Oh, my music was sounding a little crunchy there.
Yeah, it
Yeah, it
sounded
sounded
a little
crunchy for a.
far.
Mm. Um,
Aha. I know, it's like the show's ending again. Hey, what should we call this?
Oh, um,
I like both differently clever and clever in a different way. It's not really about the topics.
Yeah, but it works.
Okay.
I was born reading. Um,
Nice. I was born
Reading.
I'm looking for the Nintendo ones. Hold on. Call me Megabyte. I like that a lot.
Well, the thing about the clever titles is they don't pertain to any particular story, really. So they can sort of
Oh,
work.
sorry, Mario. The princess is in another console.
I
Um,
was born
reading.
it's almost true. I started reading really early.
I did too.
Like, oh, New York Times.
See Dick run. Run, Dick, run. Run, run, run.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Yes, go get some rest. Hope you feel better, man.
Good job,
Thank
Patrick. Way to rally.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, chat room. I always look here when I thank the chat room because that's where the window of the chat room is. But I should look here. Thanks, chat room. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
As I wave my robot hands.
Thanks for jumping in on the time story. That was cool.
If there's one thing on this earth I am qualified to talk about, it's just the New York Times. Seriously. That's my local paper.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm not reacting to what you just said. I'm reacting to Scott Johnson responding to my note, which you've probably got this email if you haven't seen it yet, to Nate Langson and him about being on the show tomorrow. And Scott responded, "Better Nate than Lever."
Scott.
Even I have to shake my head at that one.
I'm so excited.
I have no right to shake my head at any pun ever.
I
I don't
very
know.
much look forward to this showing up.
Should we do I Was Born Reading?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
Because it's
winning the poll.
I know, but it's winning the poll for the wrong reasons. Let's see.
Well, I need something now.
You do what you want. I leave it be.
You got nothing?
I got nothing.
Got no pref?
Yeah, I don't. All the news that fits around your eyeballs?
If we're going to go that direction, I'm doing I Was Born Reading.
All right. Well, only because it's almost true.
I was born reading. Because it applies to you saying
That's
that
true.
and
I did say it in the
Patrick's
show.
catchphrase.
Yeah.
So I like it.
All right. I'll go with it.
I was born reading. How many times do you watch the trailer?
You know, a number of times, but not like obsessively, because I just want it to be December 18th. And
I watched it a bunch. I probably a half dozen times. And then of course, like I watched it a bunch and then Eileen got home and then we watched it twice again because she hadn't seen it yet, even though she'd already bought tickets.
Yep. You know what I'm really excited about is that it was on TV, which I thought was so smart because TV is all of our best chances if you have basic networks, or actually if you have cable because it was ESPN, that you had that chance to see it in the full glory, which is as good as you're going to get. That's not, in a full movie theater, which I will probably try to go see something this weekend that has it.
Yeah, but don't you don't put when you watch YouTube trailers, you don't put them up on your television?
No.
to me, it wasn't so much about being on TV for that. Like I put the YouTube. In fact, the YouTube trailer showed up in my Twitter feed before it showed up on ESPN.
Yes.
And I watched like 15, 20 seconds before ESPN finally caught up. And I was like, okay, I'm going to stop and watch it on the TV. But then as soon as I'd watched it on ESPN, I turned off ESPN and I cast the YouTube to my television and watched it that way. And the thing for me that was cool about ESPN was, again, that sort of event feeling.
Yes.
Of being like introduced to it by someone, like here it is and now it's happening. Even though I'd already seen the first 15 seconds, I still was like, no, I want to experience it this way. This is cool. This is like the presentation around it and the drama. And I know for some people that doesn't matter at all, but for me, I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I agree. And I love that. And I was excited that it was getting people. I don't know. I was excited. I was happy about that.
If I hadn't been fighting movietickets.com at the same time, I would have been more happy.
Well,
that's actually,
that's in retrospect, I should have called you and told you that they were on 2 hours early. No, I take that very seriously. Like,
well, I don't blame you at all.
I did a Periscope. Here's the thing. I did a Periscope saying that they were online, that they were selling them early. And then I deleted it out of some weird feeling that that was bad that I did it.
Yeah, I just happened to, I went to the ticket site as soon as I got upstairs from Cord Killers and I saw that I'm like, wait, I think they're already selling them.
Yeah.
And the worst thing was like Fandango would just not work. I would go to fandango.com and it would just like, maybe I would get the page to see the listing, but if I clicked, it would just die. Movietickets.com kept taking me all the way through to seat selection over and over. And then it would say, okay, your seats have been selected. You have 5 minutes to complete your purchase, and never take me to the purchase page. And then it would time out and close the page. And I'd have to reload and go back and choose the seats again. And it was maddening. Like if it had just not worked, I probably would have gone on to Cinemark or something else earlier. But I kept thinking like, oh, I'm so close. I'm almost there. Almost there.
I know.
And it's just, it was a miserable way to sell tickets.
Yeah.
They should definitely,
well, it's not like we didn't know this movie was coming.
Consider a different, like all the theater owners get together and consider a different way of selling the tickets.
Yep. I agree.
And granted, there are lots of workarounds. I got tickets in the end. It's fine. You know, it's also totally a first world problem. You know, I get that. So it's not like, you know, hey, this is more important than Syria or refugees. I'm not trying to say that. But you know, that's on the small level of importance that it is to us. Like you can do this. Like there's lots of conferences and big ticket items that figure out how to handle the influx of people all buying something at once. And you should have known that was likely to happen.
And I don't mean to really say this, but give it to a company that can handle scale.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like if you don't think that right now that someone from Google or Amazon is calling all the ticket places and be like, yo, hey, we're here. How you doing?
Or tickets.com.
Yeah. Or Ticketmaster. God, you know, right.
Events.com.
Something that can handle scale.
Yeah. Somebody who has like expertise in that particular problem of everybody wanting to buy something at the same time.
And I just knew in my heart, in a way that I've known few other things in my life, that ArcLight was going to fail. I just knew it.
Oh, well, you were not wrong about that. But it wasn't just ArcLight.
Yeah.
It was every site except Cinemark.
Yeah.
Cinemark worked for me only because Rob Krekel told me, like, I went to the Playa Vista page.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so I sneaked in through the side door.
Right.
And I was able by then only to get second row tickets. But apparently like less popular theater for one thing.
Yeah.
And not having to go through the like main page to the find the movie to the see the movie times was the trick there. But yeah, Eileen was like, I'll just go over there.
Yeah, I think that was what I kept telling people online. It was like, just go if you can, go. Knowing that, of course, you know, that's a lot. And I also, like, every time when I left the ArcLight, every single person I saw, I said, did you know the tickets are on sale now? And they were like, what? They all went running. So I would really, for ArcLight Hollywood, I am probably responsible for a lot of people getting tickets just in the short term. It was really
See, and the thing I hate about that is the idea that it wasn't my
unequal.
desire or willingness to put forth effort
Yeah.
that got me the tickets. Like a lot of people got tickets just because they happened to be in the right place
Yep.
at the right time. And
That's not cool.
And the thing about the Phantom Menace was you had to be dedicated and put forth effort if you wanted to see it on opening minute. And and so that was fair. I was like, no, I am not going to see it on the opening night. I'll see it the next day, and I will show up early enough to wait in line. And I did, and I saw it, and I felt like that's fair. Even then I was like, gosh, I wish there was a better way to buy in advance. But you know, apparently there's not.
I think there will be by the next Star Wars movie. I'm just going to make a guess.
I bet they, you know, it's 2 years of, well, anthology. I'm not sure they'll have the same. They may.
They may. It's going to take a while for this to I think for the excitement of this to ramp down. I really do.
It depends, unless it's awful.
Well, right. Oh, that's true. That's true. I don't even want to. I can't even think about it really being awful. I just don't know if I can do it.
So want to share my theories about Luke, but now you all have scared me.
You can share them. Everybody who doesn't want to be spoiled, don't listen.
I'll just share them with Jenny after we're done.
All right.
I have been cowed by the forces of don't talk about anything ever. I'm voluntarily curbing my free speech rights.
It's the internet.
It's not. It's people I know in person. I'd love to blame the internet.
I know.
I mean, yesterday I posted on Twitter my recent, like, oh, I love the trailer. I love the idea of them being legends. And somebody's like, spoiler. Ugh. I'm like, you're a troll. You're just being a troll.
What I actually love, really and genuinely love, is the idea that wait, I just lost my thought. Hold on. Wait, come back. Come back, thought. Come back. It's gone. It sailed away. It's all right. No, I lost it. It's gone. Wow. That was amazing.
Was it a theory about the movie?
No, it was whatever it was. It's just utterly gone. This is my life now.
Yeah,
I don't remember this very well.
The good days are the days when that happens, and then I remember it later.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very true.
There was like last weekend, I was like, oh, I actually remembered what I was trying to remember.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh, I think I remember. This is not exactly what I would think, but the idea that now that Star Wars movies are going to come out with semi-regularity is really exciting to me.
It is to me too, although I hope I don't get tired of it. And
I hope.
Yeah.
It's
I have
my
a new hope.
I know. I was very excited about making that joke in the other Slack. I don't know if you saw, but I was just all over that.
Oh yeah.
That was exciting.
Well, I know what Randy is saying in there.
Yeah.
And Randy's like, yeah, but why are people so into this? And he's not, I mean, he's kind of saying I don't get it, but I think he's also just as fascinated with like, why does it happen with this? Why not this other thing?
I feel like I intuitively understand it, but I was trying to explain it. I was trying to explain my intuition. It just seems to me like a basic duh. It's that J.J. Abrams, while people may disagree about, oh God, wait, I remembered what it was. I remembered. Good. What are you guys going to do on Current Geek about Star Wars?
What do you mean? What are we going to do about it?
Like, are you going to have any special programming?
Oh, I was thinking about that earlier today because it's Friday, and I'm like, well, I'm going to see it on Thursday, and I think Scott got Thursday tickets too.
Yeah.
If I was reading them right. So then we can talk about it on Current Geek. We're obviously going to talk about it on Spoiler in Time for Cord Killers. Right. And then I'm going to go see it again the Saturday after Current Geek. But yeah, maybe that episode on the 19th.
Yeah.
We should book JJ, I think.
Yeah. Right? Well, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. No, we should. I mean, obviously we're not going to book JJ Abrams, but that'd be awesome. But yeah, we should book with an eye towards like, let's make it the Star Wars, the Star Wars episode. I think that's a good idea.
So that's what I was thinking.
I thought you were meaning like, what are you going to do about reporting spoilers in advance of the show?
No. I'm just saying like, what are you going to do on that show and
on that day? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we should check with Scott, obviously, but I'm all on board for that. I can't imagine.
And then I was wondering if like there's a way to do. It's so hard because it's like everybody's going to want to talk about it, and how do you create all that in a manageable webcast that's not just like bah.
Oh, you mean the actual content?
Yeah. You know, we have a show on the 18th on this show.
Yes.
Are we allowed to do something that's Star Wars related and technology related?
Maybe.
If we can think of a good way to do it.
I wouldn't want to force it. That's all. But yeah, I'm not saying no either.
No, I wouldn't want to force it, but I was thinking
the way I look at that is like, is there an idea that naturally presents itself? Like, can we have someone on to talk about online ticket buying?
Yeah.
Who has the solution? I'd be totally into that.
Yeah.
For DTNS.
That's my thought, is like how to think about it in a way that fits in so that we can talk about Star Wars and be excited, and maybe just like in the post show allow any contributors that have seen it. I won't have seen it by that point, which will be
that is what Current Geek will be, which is like all of us talking about having seen it, right? And that's what Current Geek is for. Post show for DTNS that day definitely will be a spoiler zone. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
And I think that's cool to like ask contributors if they want to jump in. I'd love that.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good thing. Although I can't believe I'm now seeing it Friday 8 p.m., which is tough. But
oh shit, that's your first viewing, right?
Yeah. Maybe I'll have to fix that.
I don't know how you do that at this point.
Well,
nothing's impossible though, especially when you have a whole row to barter
but with. It's hard. It's actually hard because it's 32 people that all think they're seeing it for the first time. So it's hard. It would be hard for me to like, for my job, go be a dick.
Right. Because you are seeing it on opening day.
Yeah, I mean that's
You're
the
not
Friday,
not seeing it on opening day, right?
Friday 8 p.m. is the classic one, and there would have been people that definitely wouldn't have been able to do it with us if it was on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday midnight or whatever.
All right. Well, this bears further discussion.
Yes.
Literally offline.
Yes.
And I by that I mean like when we meet in person, but also online, but not on air.
Yes.
Goodbye, everybody. We'll figure this out. Send us ideas. Feedback at dailytechnewsshow.com. Goodbye.